What is up, YouTube? It's Kingfisher745, and welcome to episode 74 of All Hail the King. In this episode, like we talked about on the last podcast, I'm going to show some of the most powerful characters in PvP. And really that goes for offense and defense. So yeah, these characters are the cream of the crop. And yes, we can't cover them all, but I do believe we easily have 6 of the best. So check out the previous podcast in the description below. And now, on to the video. First of all, my TAC team easily features 2 of the best. Spitfire is especially good on attack. Star-Lord of course is great with a number of different team-ups, including the infamous Quick Lord. Quicksilver, by the way, will not be featured in this episode, but he's definitely up there. As for Spitfire, she's incredibly good at taking down an enemy target before they even get a turn, especially if they're an infiltrator. So even the big bad Emma Frost typically will get dropped in that first round. That's just another reason to really love this character. I'm sure you all noticed how Emma Frost as an infiltrator with the covert EISO was a huge pain this season. Well, not if you had Spitfire. Star-Lord just kind of adds to the whole finest hour, extra turns, team joining in thing. You're probably well versed in what he can do by now, but he certainly deserved a spot on top PvP heroes. Well, like I said, 6 of the top. We don't have Quicksilver, Black Knight, Pestilence Beast, or Red Hulk. Most of those characters have been established, and we've seen them time and time again. As with Black Knight, I definitely owe you a video of him, so I will try to make one soon, or in the near future. Basically though, I'm convinced he's broken, which maybe some of you may like, but I think he needs fixed. Either way though, he is what he is, and we'll take a look at him very soon. As for this Kurth and Emma team, you're going to see it again in the next battle, only we're going to be using it. Because yes, those are 2 of the other overpowered characters. That is, in PvP. The fact that Spitfire was taken down actually speaks a lot for this enemy team. That typically never happens. Plus, with that great start, the battle actually wasn't even won. As in, Kurth could still end up beating us. It's pretty scary actually. Kurth is just so good with her cower, intimidate, her counterattacks, and of course her insane rune explosion. Plus she's immune to everything. I mean, we can go on and on. So hopefully everyone knows about her dominance. One other crazy thing about her, at least for the enemies, and a bit of foreshadowing here. The enemies seem to live for a very long time. Kurth will last as long as her other 2 teammates combined. In this match we'll have to just keep whittling away at her health and hope that she doesn't make us explode with her runes. Of course, her having the elite EISO is what makes her even more fierce. And if you're wondering why we're focusing on her, it's because she's on this list of 6 heroes that are overpowered in PvP. But ours is going to get obliterated in the next fight. So yeah, we have to give the devil her due. By the way, one other thing that I do want to mention is, it's a shame that the elite EISO is so much better than say the tactician EISO that we just won. I mean, I'm not even going to use it over the quick and powered ISO 8 for anyone that has a buff that I can make a quick action. I mean, couldn't they have built that in too or something? I don't know. Just nothing touches the elite EISO. The covert comes in handy, but it still isn't the same. Not the same level of overpowered. But anyways, now we're on to Emma Frost as an infiltrator with the covert EISO. And she's at level 15. Then we are using Kurth. Unfortunately, we're facing another hero on our list. The amazing Spider-Woman. Because of that, she's going to get obliterated before she even gets a chance to begin. And that's quite unfortunate, but we saw how she lasted for the other enemy team. The important part is we do have Emma. First we'll use Unlock Potential on Kurth, then Quick Reflexes, and our level 9. That's going to soften the opponents up. They now all have weak mind. Heimdall, however, is going to use Vigilance and Gallarhorn, then we have kind of an odd setup on my agent. We're trying out a free action item, the Xanthan Alkaloid Infusion, and it's going to restore stamina for our team. It's a free action and I thought we'd try it out. Next we're going to use the Lunacy, and that's just to be more annoying. And we'll follow it up by using the Blackest Void and removing all those buffs Heimdall worked so hard for. So yeah, now the enemy team should be a little bit vulnerable. The enemy agent's going to go next, and he apparently tries to attack Emma. That's a big mistake, because Psychic Tap's going to kick in, and Mental Anguish is an absolute killer. It's just so incredibly powerful, especially with weak mind. If it wasn't for the Staff of Return, the enemy agent would be dead right now. Okay, and now Mayday apparently goes after her as well, but she hits her own Heimdall. Then with her next attack, she sadly takes out our Kurth. So yeah, she wasn't too impressive in this one, but we know that's just a weird fluke. Emma, on the other hand, once again proves she's a force of nature, and she drops the entire enemy team. The agent, however, is back for more, so we can't kill him just yet, unless this brutal strike hits. Okay, and it doesn't. So we'll just have to wait for him to gain back his HP. Then he's going to take another Psychic Tap. Emma dodges, and he dies to Mental Anguish. Pretty ridiculously overpowered, right? So yeah, she definitely deserves to be on the list. Okay, and the next enemy team has her as well. But the last two characters I'm going to use is Iron Fist and the Amazing Spider-Woman, for two very different reasons. She is an absolute damage machine, who gets a bunch of turns and can lock down the enemy with her webbing. Iron Fist, on the other hand, has Combo Breaker, so he can really help you out against any team with follow-up attacks or counters. He also has a big heal. Most importantly, he can prevent debuffs. That's going to come in extremely handy against this team, so you're going to see that. The last thing I should mention though is he can actually pack a punch. With his Heart of Sho-Lao and his level 2, he can stealthily attack an infiltrator, doing tons of damage. It's especially great for someone like an enemy enchantress. Here though, we're just going to go ahead and use Praying Lotus as a precaution and to give us prevent debuffs. After that, we can attack freely, and Emma Frost cannot hurt us with her Mental Anguish. So yeah, I just want to say this is a very solid team that won me a lot of attacks. Mainly though I used them in the A-Bomb season, so season 24. There's no reason they still can't be good though, and I have even briefly deployed them in defense, where they did okay. Still though, with my next attacks we're going to try to finish off the enemy agent, and we'll first use Impact Webbing. Then he's going to try to use the Raft Shank, which actually will cause Absorb Energy. And we're still going to finish him off with the Relentless Rapier. Now it's on to Emma, who will probably take a few attacks. But the good news is, she won't be hurting us with her Psychic Tap. Only that very little direct damage. And we can just attack her over and over again. Oh, one other thing, I do usually use Iron Fist as a scrapper. And that's so he can really deal some damage to infiltrators. In this particular video, we do have him as a bruiser. Mental Trauma is still somewhat scary, but I do believe we're going to take down Emma with our next few attacks. First though, just to be safe, we'll use the Light Fantastic. Then on Amazing Spider-Woman's turn, we'll use Magnetic Maneuver, followed by Primed and Ready. Then for our first of two attacks, we'll use our level 2. Set up that webbing real nice. And we get Relentless Rapier follow-up, but most importantly, we'll finish her with a Repelled Uppercut. And that's how this one's going to end. So I hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank you all for watching, and ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe. Then until next time, good luck, and take care.